He texted me, the day of. Was like, you the guy I wanted. I watched a lot of receivers, and I won't play with you. And I'm like, I've been saying the same thing. I want to go play with the guy that went number 17, and he's a great quarterback. I think he's one of the best in the league right now, and I would love to be catching passes from him. I'm ready for that.
Hey, Keon, at the Combine, Jordan Travis said you're a quarterback's best friend because of the way you can get open on extended plays. How much pride do you take in keeping plays alive while the quarterback is scrambling?
I think it's a key part. I've played with numerous of quarterbacks that can keep plays alive, and you ain't always open every time it's a drop back. Sometimes the D ain't get back there, but to be able to have the ability to stay quarterback friendly, stay on the same side of the field, get across the field, be in his vision, and be a big target. Use my size and frame to be able to shield off a defender and give him a liable throw and make sure you make the catches. His best friend, because he running for his life away from guys that's 270 pounds. He don't want to get hit and you drop the ball. He don't want to get hit and he got to throw it away. He'd rather somebody catching that. So it's a big thing. I take pride in that. Scramble drill is an actual play.
Hey, I remember a lot of people loving this guy pre-combine. I'm talking about you couldn't say nothing bad about KEON Coleman or A.D. Mitchell. You couldn't say nothing bad about him. But today, we talking about KEON Coleman.
Prospect notes.
Wide receiver out of Florida State, drafted by the Bills, first pick of the second round. Stands 6'3", weighs 213. Ran a 4.61. Coming out of high school, he was a 4-star recruit. The film showed that he was a punt returner, a big X receiver, an end zone threat that was able to box out, tracks the ball well, gets some yards after the catch, and can make contested catches.
The negatives.
Under 2 yards per route ran. That's a huge red flag. I just don't see too many successful wide receivers. Yards per route run so low. And tie that with the next negative, the lack of separating. He's a contested catcher, and I wouldn't say he's great at that. Above average, but definitely not great.
Badges.
Coleman earned the potential alpha wide receiver badge and an early declare badge. He didn't meet my wide receiver athletic threshold due to not doing any of the agility drills.
Fantasy football outlook.
I like KEON Coleman's film, but even though he was drafted 1 pick shy of the first round and paired with a good quarterback, I still consider Keenan a coin flip prospect. And I love his personality, so I'm 100% rooting for him. But the lack of horizontally separating and being under 2 yards per route ran don't have a good history. And he has both of those. Only way I can see him being overly successful is if he becomes a big slot. If he was to play the power slot role for the Bills, he could thrive. But with them running 2 tight end sets, I can probably safely assume they will anchor him to the perimeter. And even though I'm rooting for him, I can't see him thriving there. I've been drafting him in best ball whenever I draft Josh Allen, but I won't be drafting him in redraft, and I don't own any shares of him in Dynasty. I can see year 1 for him being an up and down year, but average with a limited ceiling.